Let's see. We want to do that. There we go. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Let me do some correcting real quick. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Hello. Do me a favor and put a 1 in the comments if you can hear me pretty clearly. I'm going to take a minute and send this out. First, I need to pin this mic to me because I'm not holding it. Happy Tuesday. Awesome. Perfect. Put in the comments where you're watching from. I don't want this to stay right here. Well, this was going to sit down. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Hey, New York. I haven't been in New York in a couple of years. And I need to actually make my way. Hey, Alabama. I actually really like Alabama. One of my mentees went to A&M. And one of my mentees went to State. So I spent some time in Alabama because I'm very close to my mentees. So I spent a lot of time there and sent a lot of money down there. Put in the comments where you are watching from. Happy Tuesday. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well while I send this off really quickly. I like Huntsville a lot. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Y'all see my cup? Because my birthday is next Sunday. No. Not this Sunday coming up, but the Sunday after that. Child, and I ain't even finished my Amazon list. I need to get my life together. Come on in, come on in, come on in. So for those who don't know who I am, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect. And what I do is I support my amazing clients. As you see, I put in the comments, my amazing clients are women who are high achieving. They're very driven. They're very, those are the women that get the results. That's the best way for me to be able to put it. Those women are the cycle breakers. Those women are the women who basically are everyone's person. Those are the women who probably are trying to figure out how they're going to get everyone together this week with everything that's going on. And I help those women turn their natural magnetism into consistent and sustainable wealth. Because yes, these women have been able to, be successful according to societal standards in a way of, getting degrees, making a certain amount of money. So they've been able to do all of the things, right? But these women are often very much so, how can I say this? They lack support. They not only lack support, but they lack the ability to say no. They lack the ability to stand on their boundaries. These women tend to give a lot. These women are very much so people pleasers. These women really, really struggle to not be everyone's person. And I support them in stopping that so they can start magnetizing what it is that they want in their lives, because making money and doing certain things comes very easy to them. Okay. But what doesn't come easy to them is necessarily managing themselves. And I try to tell people, true wealth is not all about money. There are 5 key elements or pillars that I like to call of wealth. And I'm going to break those down for you so you can get that understanding. But specifically today, I'm going to be talking about how your hormones, your creativity, and how your energy shape your flow of wealth. Okay. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to talk about why energy blocks wealth and what that looks like. First, I'm going to define wealth. Then I'm going to tell you why energy blocks wealth. And then I'm going to tell you the solution of how to align your energy to achieve wealth. But first and foremost, let's get into why or what wealth really is. There are four pillars of wealth, and a lot of people think that they are building generational wealth when in reality, all they're doing is getting money. Okay. So, generational wealth looks like the following: financial resources, which is enough money to support your lifestyle, your goals, and your future plans. This is one of the things that I recommend that women have for themselves before going out here trying to date anyone. Okay. Because we're not trying to date or choose or do anything according to a need base. Okay, that's not the way you need to operate as a woman. The second thing or second aspect of wealth is emotional fulfillment. This means that you feel deeply satisfied and secure and at peace emotionally. Okay. This looks like also time freedom is another element of authentic true wealth. Okay. And that means having the autonomy to spend time in ways that bring you joy and purpose. Healthy relationships, number four, that is a sign of generational wealth. That is an aspect of generational wealth. Okay. This means building meaningful connections that add richness to your life. And then purpose and growth, personally pursuing or spiritual development or personal development that contributes to your sense of accomplishing. Those are the five pillars of what wealth actually looks like and what wealth actually is. A lot of people think wealth is just leaving their children an insurance policy, but if you give people money with no wisdom, what are you really giving them? What are you really giving them? What generational wealth are you truly building? It's not really happening. So, specifically today, we're talking about those four elements. So much has happened. Okay, so I need you to inbox. I need you to DM me also and tell me because I want to know. That's one of my former clients, y'all. So if she's telling me that, that means something that happened. That means some good news. So yes, please inbox me. You know what? Tell me now, because if I'll read it. Okay, so tell me now, and then I'll come back and read it while I'm doing the session. But today's session specifically, like I said, we're going to be talking about how hormones, creativity, and how energy shape your flow of wealth. So if you're looking to for wealth in the area of financial resources, if you're looking for wealth in the area of time freedom, if you're looking for wealth in the area of healthy relationships, if you're looking for wealth in the area of emotional fulfillment and purpose and growth, this is going to be the live for you because you need to understand how your hormones and how your creativity and how your energy flow, okay, to actually shape what wealth actually looks like for you, okay? So the first thing I need you to really understand is that, let me see. What should I wait and put it here? Yeah, you can put it in the DMs. Just put it in the DMs and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna read it. So I can give it my full attention. The first thing I want you to understand is that money likes alignment, first and foremost. And you have to ask yourself, are you ready to match its energy? Because I know we're in the season of matching energy, and I know we're in the season of, everybody wants to get their lick back and everybody wants to do XYZ. But what I want to support you in asking you is that, are you ready to be in alignment so you can match the energy of money so that you are getting it in a form of a consistent flow? A lot of people feel very stuck. They feel very drained. They feel very creatively blocked. And it's not really your fault. It's more so that you're out of energetic alignment. And it is costing you in the space of being able to really create the wealth that you want. So today, what's going to end up happening is this. And this is what I want you to grasp. And once I tell you this, I want you to go and share this with another amazing woman. Okay. So stick with me. Okay. Stick with me here because by the end of this, you're going to understand why aligning your energy with wealth is literally the missing piece that you've been searching for. A lot of people try to figure out, how can I build healthier relationships? How can I have more emotional fulfillment? How can I have more time freedom? How can I grow in purpose? How can I create more money for myself? You have to get these three things in alignment. Okay. So let's talk about the problem first and foremost, because I think a lot of people don't realize that they have a problem and why they actually, or why, what the blocks are and what it actually looks like for them. Okay. Number one, the problem is wealth is energy focused. Okay. And stress, overworking, and emotional chaos create energetic blocks. That's the first thing I need you to understand. I'm going to explain why and how and what this actually looks like. Okay. So, again, the first thing you need to know is that stress, chronic emotional chaos, and chronic overworking create energy blocks in your area of being able to obtain any form of wealth. Your creativity, according to the World Economic Forum, is an irreplaceable asset. This is what these people are saying about your creativity, okay? Your creativity is literally your wealth building superpower, but it thrives on balance. It doesn't thrive on chaos, okay? When you're in a state of emotional stress or emotional chaos consistently, this is a disruption of your energy. Emotions are energy in motion. Okay. So basically, you have positive energy flowing in motion with positive emotions, or you have negative energy flowing in motion with emotions that are corroding. Okay. And just kind of keep cycling around that energy in your body, the longer it circulates, whether it's anger, whether it's fear, whether it's anxiousness, they don't just impact your mind, they imbalance the body in general, which blocks your ability to create. So let's get into how it physically blocks your ability to create, because there are a lot of women, y'all don't have to get up and turn this fan on because I'm not going to have it sitting here with no fan. But the first thing I need you to understand when it comes down to creativity in your mind, there is such a thing called an HPO axis. Okay, the HPO axis is basically your hypothalamus. It is your pituitary gland, and it is your ovaries. Okay, and there's a connection between those three that activates creativity in your mind. Okay. And what you have to realize is when you are chronically stressed, when you are in a state of overworking all of the time, and I don't care if you're doing this in relationships, I don't care if you're doing this at a 9 to 5 that doesn't appreciate you, I don't care if you're doing this in business that's not actually thriving right now. If you are spending your time overworking, okay? If you are spending your time in a space of emotional chaos, if you are constantly stressed, it is impacting your decision making and it is possibly rewiring your brain, okay? The hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, and the ovaries have a specific connection, and it's a communication system basically between your brain and your reproductive system, okay? It regulates your hormones, which is tied directly to your energy, your creativity, and your mood. Okay. All of these things impact your ability to create money flow or to create a flow of wealth into your life. Okay. If you are a person who is always stressed, let me tell you what's happening. This throws off your HPO axis, okay, which impacts your menstrual cycle, which is why you are cramping more, which is why you're having irregular cycles, which is why you are bleeding way longer than you should be bleeding, okay? All of these things lead to the following: creative blocks, lower emotional resilience, and poor decision making. I'm going to give you a little bit of science because everything that comes from me is going to come from scripture, science, and psychology. There are some studies that show that chronic stress can disrupt the HBO axis, which leads to irregular cycles and impaired cognitive functions. Okay. So I want you to just think about this for a second. Let me give you another stat, just in case you didn't know. Birth control, while y'all are running out here trying to go get it because you lack self-discipline enough to close your legs. Let's get into it and talk about it. Birth control can also impact your decision making and emotional regulation by interfering with the natural rhythm of the HPO axis. Birth control impacts your brain function. Birth control it actually impacts how you attract. You think you're attracted to somebody that you actually don't even like. Did you know that? You literally are spending time overworking in a relationship, stressing in a relationship, having emotional chaos in a relationship that you shouldn't even been in, all because your HBO is imbalanced. All because you are disconnected from your brain properly. You're not thinking straight because the more you stress in that relationship, the more you overwork trying to get approval in that relationship, the more you try to extend yourself all over the place, causing all this emotional chaos. What you are doing is harming yourself. What you are doing is blocking wealth. You are blocking wealth in the form of you obtaining a healthy relationship. You are doing that because you are literally focusing on the wrong thing. Your energy is misaligned. And because of that, you're making your body sick. And that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. Stress Emotional chaos and overworking creates energetic blocks that block wealth because you are so focused on someone and something and some situation that does not value you. You are so obsessed about it. You're so obsessive over it. That is the very reason why you're not getting what it is that you desire in life. And it's not only blocking you from getting what it is that you desire in life, but it's blocking you from being able to create physically and literally. Okay? Like it's really really harming you, and I really need you to understand that it's not supporting you and getting exactly where it is that you're trying to be. Okay, so I gave you those stats, and I gave you the understanding of what the role of the hypothalamus pituitary ovarian axis does. It supports you in being able to create. When women come to me and say that they lack creativity, I already know that there's a disconnect. I already know that there's a disconnect within self because you are a creative by nature. So the fact that you find yourself in a space that you can't create, it shows that you're disconnected from your core. Okay. Number three, creative blocks hinder wealth. And I've talked about this a little bit. The HBO axis being imbalanced doesn't just, affect your overall health, but it kills your ability to dream. It kills your ability to innovate, and it kills your ability to magnetize wealth, because I don't think we understand when it speaks about in scripture how so a man thinking in his heart, so is he. Your heart sends out a vibrational state. Okay. It sends out a vibration, and the vibration that it sends out attracts people into your space. Okay. Thank you, my love, for these follows. They bring people into your space. What you entertain confirms whatever the story is that's in your subconscious mind. So, this is how you're able to see people overstress, be in emotional chaos, overwork themselves in relationships, in businesses, or at 9 to 5s that actually do not serve them and they don't support them because they really believe that they deserve or they have to go through some form of struggle. I'm going to tell you one of the biggest spells that the Black community has been under for a very long time, and it's costing us our health. And I don't care what y'all say, y'all can feel how y'all want to feel about it. But it's straight like this. The whole narrative that you have to work twice as hard is killing y'all. The narrative that y'all have to work twice as hard is killing y'all. The thing is this: when you understand your uniqueness, when you understand your unique solution, when you understand what it is that you actually have to offer, you don't compete with other people to try to get a seat at their table. That's not what you do. You know why I don't join women in a lot of the causes and a lot of the uproar that women like to participate in and like to be like they're so oppressed? See, one thing for sure, two things for certain: your girl not oppressed. She, as an I'm not oppressed by a long shot. Because I'm going to tell you something. I don't fight. See, while folks are in corporate America fighting, talking about some, oh my God, you're not paying us enough. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. Let me tell you something. You know what I believe? I believe what it says in Proverbs 8 and 12, that I have creative and witty inventions in my very being. I also believe, like it says in Proverbs, that I have gifts that will make room for me. Why am I fighting with you about an extra $2 an hour? Why would I fight with you about an extra $10 or $1,000 or $5,000 when it comes down to a yearly salary? Why would I not go into spaces where I'm appreciated instead of staying in spaces where I'm tolerated or staying in spaces that see me less than? Like, I need y'all to grasp this understanding. Like, I'm not oppressed. See, let me help y'all out. Your girl not oppressed. The man don't have his foot on my neck, okay? Because the man has no power when it comes down to the one that created me. And last time I checked, it says that I was created in the likeness, in the character, and I have dominion, just like the one that created me. So how is your foot on my neck? How is it that I need to seek your approval to be able to excel, or to ascend? That makes absolutely no sense. That would make you my God. And y'all give too much power to people and systems, all because you won't submit spiritually to the one that actually created you. Because that is how you're going to activate that power. You have no power because you have no connection. You have no connection because you're disconnected from your core. Hey, my love. Thank you for these likes, these loves, and these follows. That's what's really going on. So you block wealth for you. Wealth is healthy relationships. Wealth is financial resources. Wealth is true fulfillment. Wealth is emotional fulfillment. Wealth is time freedom. Wealth is purpose and growth. Y'all are not building generational wealth. Y'all are leaving insurance policies for children that you are not even activating wisdom within them on how to be wise and how to steward this money properly. You just leaving them a bag and you really think you're doing something. You're not. Meanwhile, while you're chasing the bag that you really should not be chasing, according to Proverbs, I think 23:7, because if you chase wealth, it will take up wings and fly away from you. While you're chasing the bag, you're not actually building in the way that you should be building. So you're leaving them an insurance policy so they can go blow it on somebody in a relationship because all they saw you do was have piss poor relationships. And what I need you to understand is simply this. What you saw growing up is what you do until you shift your mindset and you uproot the programming. So don't come on here. See, a lot of y'all think y'all better than y'all parents and y'all just like them. See, here's the truth. You're going to end up like one of your folks. If you don't shift your reality, you're going to end up like the mama you don't want to be like. You're going to end up being like the daddy you don't want to be like. Because you're not doing the work to actually elevate and shift. You're not doing any real work. You're just focused on money. And money is made up of 75% cotton, 25% linen. And we're about to go into an era where money is going to be digital. So now what? You know what I'm saying? Like, now what? So again, number one, stress, emotional chaos, and overworking create energetic blocks. Number two, those energetic blocks impact, okay, your brain. How does it impact your brain? Because, there's a connection between your hypothalamus, your pituitary gland, and your ovaries. They communicate. That's literally the communication system from your brain to your ovaries. And that's in charge of regulating your hormones. It's in charge, which is tied to your energy, which is tied to your creativity, which is tied to your mood. Energy, creativity, and mood is how you get money consistently. Now be very clear. I'm not talking to anybody who's on here trying to be like, how can I get money? I'm not talking to you. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not talking to you because getting money is the lowest level. If you need to learn how to get money, I implore you to tap into the link in my bio to figure that out. But I'm talking about people who are able to get money but can't consistently keep it. It's not a flow. So if it's not a flow, that means that there's a disconnection somewhere. So I'm here to help you create and bring in that disconnection or reconnect so that you can actually get into a space of flow. Because like I said, money is tied directly to energy, your creativity, and your mood. Energetics. Money is about energetics. And I'm going to break that down a little bit further too. But we got into the whole thing about how creative blocks hinder wealth. So now let's talk about, for a second, how to actually align your energy with wealth. Okay. Wealth is defined as financial resources. Wealth is defined as healthy relationships. Wealth is defined as emotional fulfillment. Wealth is defined as time freedom, and wealth is defined as growth and purpose. That is building generational wealth. That is how you heal your generation. Not getting money. Money is only one aspect of 5 key elements, 5 core elements. Okay. So here's the first thing that you need to understand when it comes down to if you're wanting to align your energy, for wealth or to attract wealth, healthy relationships, to get time freedom, purpose and growth, financial resources and emotional fulfillment. The first thing you need to understand, if we're talking about financial resources, you need to understand money. Okay. So like I said, I'm not talking to the people who get money because I'm about to explain why I'm not talking to the people who struggle to get money. Because the people and I'm going to be honest with you, you may not like this, but I'm going to be real with you. The ones who struggle to actually get money, which is the very first level when it comes down to money, are people who normally have the most mindset issues and need the most convincing to invest in the development necessary to get them out of that position. I don't have time to convince you to be better. And I'm not going to convince you to be better. You have to want to be better. And you wanting to be better is you making a decision to take the first step into, let me really get some real faith going on here. Getting money, that's the first level of money. Getting money is you asking somebody for $20. Getting money is you getting a 2-week paycheck. Getting money is somebody sent you a payment for something. Okay. Getting money is somebody robbing somebody and getting money. It's nothing to get money. That's why you should not be impressed by getting money. And this is why, as a woman, you shouldn't feed into the programming that automatically tells you specifically, right, to focus on money. All right. When you're dealing specifically with men, that's why y'all are chasing men with money. And then you see that these people don't have no character. And then you're trying to be like, hold on, hold on, hold on. What you need to remember and understand is that the cash flow always follows. See, authenticity is what gets you in the money room. Having an original idea or having something so unique that nobody else has ever seen before is what is going to get you in the room. What is going to keep you in the room, meaning what is going to keep the money flowing to you, looks like your character. And y'all are not checking for character because character is how the cash flow continues, which is why you see celebrities going down. Because why? The cash flow is not continuing because the character wasn't right. Y'all need to really pay attention to the pattern that's set for you in scripture. You are to, number one, know your godlike nature. You are to, number two, operate by your godlike character. Number three comes dominion, where you have access to your piece of the pie, where abundance is your reality because it is your birthright. But the way you sustain that is by understanding the first two elements: your godlike nature, which means you don't allow yourself to be treated anything less than, you don't treat yourself anything less than. And then the second aspect of that is that you live honorably. Let's talk about it. Notice I didn't say be a good girl, a good church girl, because y'all don't even get me started on that. I have a YouTube video where I talk about how the good church girl syndrome really got y'all messed up because y'all following tradition and y'all not really tapped into truth or power. But when you have clarity and you're very clear on who you are, you don't allow yourself to be treated anything less than that. When you understand who you are, you make a decision to do things not because you're going to get in trouble or not because you don't want to get caught, but because you want to live honorably. A part of your life is being a woman of value, a woman who actually has honor. And I understand that that may not necessarily be the popular thing. That may not necessarily be the cool thing for people to do. But I'm going to tell you what it is. It is the long lasting thing. It's the long lasting thing, though. If you want to last, if you want to sustain, then you might want to get on that. Because to get money is nothing. Like I said, a robber could get money. Anybody, you could ask for $20 and you got money. You should not be impressed by someone who is able to get money, because getting money is the lowest of the low. The second aspect of money is people who tend to save money or who think that they're saving money. These people maybe grew up in poverty. They have experiences in childhood where they have had lack, and so they don't want to go back into a space of experiencing lack, which is completely understandable. The problem comes into play is that you allow that inspiration or that motivation of you not wanting to go back into the space of lack, you let it cause you to become a hoarder. And what that means is that you hold money. This is for the people who, I got to have a certain amount sitting right here in this account. I'm not going any less, any higher, any lower. But it always seems like you're never able to keep that money in your space because you're holding on to it so tight. I want you to think about money like it was a person. How comfortable would you feel with somebody holding you like this? You would snatch yourself from their grip. That's what money does to you. That's what's happening energetically. The reason why you can't seem to get ahead to the third level where money is a flow is because you are holding and hoarding here. And most of the people who are sitting on this level right here are normally very faithless. And they're very faithless because how can I say this? Their fear outweighs their faith. These are the people that you may see in church all the time, always talking about how good God is, but you won't release what's in your hand, even if it's going to amplify what it is that you have, because you're so afraid of going back to the bottom. So your fear outweighs your faith. And when your fear outweighs your faith, this is how your prayers don't get answered. And if you don't believe me, go read James chapter 1 for yourself. It tells you right there in scripture, don't come before the Most High with no doubt. Don't come before the Most High asking with fear. Don't come with all of that fake phoniness that y'all be doing when y'all be falling out. The intentions of your heart are going to be revealed to the one that created you. You can't play with the one that created you. So when you go and ask for things, you are to ask with full confidence, because what you're asking for should already be honorable. It should already be in alignment with what it is for you. It should excel and amplify you, but also exalt the one that created you. Why would the Most High tell you no to that? Wouldn't. Wouldn't. So why is it that you holding on to that money so tight? Because you believe that you put that money on a pedestal, and it's for the love of that money. That's the root of all your evil, all the evil that you see. It's just, hey, the devil's so busy. This keep happening. I just can't keep no money because all this. No, it's because you're a hoarder. No, it's because your energetics around money ain't right. You have it on this pedestal as if you need it to survive and thrive, when in reality you don't. Do you understand that money is made up of 75% cotton, 25% linen? Are you clear on that? Are you clear on the fact that we're about to go into a digital space? So that $100 bill that you have in your purse, in your pocket, literally has no value and has not had any real value since 1970, since they dropped the gold standard. So you literally are crying and stressing and worshiping a piece of paper. And money does not respond to worship. Money is based on energetics. Money is not thrown to worship. It's not attracted to worship. It's not attracted to being held down. It's attracted to flow, but I'm going to go into specifically what it's attracted to. But I'm going to tell you this. Understand the energetics of money. If you hoarding it and you holding it, that's why it keeps snatching itself out of your hand. Thank you so much for these follows. The third level of money is this. This is how you get consistent cash flow. The people who consistently seem are able to create and make money in business, who consistently seem like they're able to just like attract opportunity and income and different things like this. Those people that you see in that high vibrational space, they understand energetics. Anytime you see a flow of money happening, a wealth transfer, it is about energetics. Okay. And so what you have to understand is, when you understand the spiritual law of giving, number one, if you're going to give, you need to be a cheerful giver. That's what it tells you in scripture. Do you know why you should be a cheerful giver? Because if you give with the intent of anything other than being cheerful, free of yourself, you will come back and have an outcome. You will have an expectation. You will be looking for something in return. And that's why you never get it. This is exactly why y'all will say to people, oh, you look so good, waiting on someone to tell you that you look good too. Because the compliment that you gave wasn't genuine. You wasn't looking at her like, oh my goodness, you look so good. You gave that compliment in hopes that this person would give you back a compliment in the name of courtesy, in the name of Southern hospitality. None of those things, all those rules are really fake. Nobody owes you anything. When you give from a place that's not cheerful, you have a silent expectation. And when that expectation is not met, you want to be mad. But you set the tone for this because the energetics wasn't right when you were giving. Thank you, my love. The energetics wasn't right when you were giving. You were in violation of spiritual law when you even attempted to give. So again, first and foremost, understanding the principle, if you're going to give, you need to give from a cheerful place or not give at all. This means don't give your time, energy, attention, or money to things that you don't mind losing. You know how people say that don't give away no money that you don't mind. Don't let nobody borrow no money that you really need, that you don't mind not getting back. Y'all put so much faith in that and want to be pissed off at people like stuff don't happen and how like you can't get your money back. Why are you out here giving your last? Who told you to do that? And don't you dare say the Most High. Don't you dare say God. Don't you dare say scripture, because I'm going to tell you to show me. I'm going to tell you to show me. Because where is that? You have to understand the thing about money is this. When you are giving from a cheerful place and you understand the spiritual law of sowing and reaping, if you sow value, you're going to get value. This is how people understand the concept of tithing. Okay? When you are a cheerful giver and you give freely, the universal algorithm, according to the Most High's design, the universe is designed as the biggest algorithm. The internet, the social media algorithms, the stock algorithms, all them mimic the universe itself. God created the universe as an algorithm. It is the largest responder. It is the largest picker upper of vibrations. It picks up everything. It is not nothing that you're going to do that the universal algorithm is going to miss, including giving from a place that's not okay. So what you have to understand is that how a flow of money keeps coming in is that when you give cheerfully and you sow the way that you're supposed to sow, you're going to continuously reap value. When you sow value, you reap value. It's just that simple. If you sow nothing, you get nothing. If you sow a lie, you attract a liar. If you cheat, if you sow a seed of cheating, be expected to be cheated. I don't know why y'all be so shocked when stuff happens. And it's not, and before people be like, oh, it's karma. It's not even karma. It's law. It's law. And what you have to understand is that God always honors law. God will honor law and not hear your prayers, because there's things you could do for your prayers not to be heard. Okay. But law is one of those things that's always going to be honored. And money honors law. Money honors law. Okay. So you have to understand that aspect of it. So all this, you want to work hard, I'm getting money, I'm saving money. If you ain't in a state where money is consistently flowing to you, your energetics are off. Your energetics are off. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the other aspect of money flows in a cycle of energetics. All right. Money doesn't come to you because you're working harder. Money is not attracted to a hard working hustler, despite whatever you think. Money, and hear me when I say this, money will entertain a hard working hustler for a little while. But it's kind of like one of those things, like it's a honeymoon period that money has with a hardworking hustler. Because the truth is, a hardworking hustler does not have the stamina enough to sustain money. I want you to look at money like a woman for a second, right? And I want you to think about money getting into a relationship with an amazing man, right? So she gets in this relationship with an amazing man, and in the beginning, y'all know how it go in the beginning. Baby, you in love, you in the honeymoon phase. Everything is right. Everything is flowing. You can't see yourself being with nobody else. And then guess what? You begin to realize that money starts to realize that this person that they've been in relationship with have been faking it the whole time. They've been a whole nother person. They've been pretending to have all these things together. They've been pretending to be on the right vibrational state. They've been pretending to do all these things. And as money, the woman, begins to assess and look at the relationship, she started being like, I don't want to be in this. You came in taking care of me. You came in doing everything that you was doing. Now I'm realizing you don't really have the capacity to sustain me. You were actually playing. You were faulty. You were being phony. You attracted me under false pretenses. And because of that, I don't want to stay here. That's how money rolls. Money is not attracted to a hardworking hustler. But money will entertain a hardworking hustler simply because she's bored. And when she stopped being bored with that hardworking hustler, because she realized that the hardworking hustler does not have the capacity, the time, energy, or attention to really steward her, to really cover and keep her, then guess what? She's no longer interested. So she's on to the next. That's how money works. Okay. So money doesn't align with you because you're a hardworking hustler. It's not the way it works. It flows to you when you're aligned with its energy. So then we go into, what does money seek to like stay in the flow with a person, right? To actually like sustain. What does that really, really look like? So money seeks three things, and don't you ever forget it. And if I see it somewhere else, I'm gonna get my attorney to come cease and desist. Y'all don't play. So, okay, money seeks three things. Money seeks high vibration, meaning you have to be on a high vibrational scale. And if you're not familiar with the emotional vibrational scale, then you definitely need to check out Power versus Force. You can type in Power versus Force, emotional vibrational chart on Google, and it will show you all the high vibrational states, the low vibrational states, these things that you really should know about. Okay. Money seeks, number one, high vibration. Number two, money seeks alignment. Number three, money seeks value. That is how you are going to enter into a relationship with money. That's how you get money on your team consistently. See, I'm not talking about you getting money for the night. Okay? I'm not talking about you getting money for the night. I'm not talking about you getting one sale. I'm not talking about any of that crap. As I said, I'm not talking to the women who trying to get money because you at the low level. You have to get something else. I'm talking to the women who want money on their team. And when you're picking someone to be on your team, that means you're expecting them to be a vital player in whatever it is that you have going on. You see what I'm saying? So the way that you get money on your team is for you to be in a high vibrational state consistently, for you to be in alignment, and for you to articulate value. When you embody these things, you become a magnet for wealth. Let's look at it not even just from a space of money. If you're in a high vibrational state, if you are in alignment and you can articulate your value, I just want you to think about the type of relationships you're going to attract. I just want you to think about the type of friendships you're going to attract. I just want you to think about all the goodness and the ascension that you're going to attract. Just sit on that for a second. Sit on that for a second. Because, see, I'm not just talking money. That's why I try to tell y'all wealth is not money. Financial resources is an aspect of wealth. Wealth is not money. Okay? And so it's very, 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 very important that you grasp that. I just learned about magnetism. It gets deep out about you. Absolutely. I would love to hear. That's all I studied, the science of it. I know it like the back of my hand, which is why I can use it in seduction if I want to seduce somebody, which is why I can use it in business, which is why I can use it in friendships, which is why I can use it in life. This is why I can use it with strangers. I understand physics, and a part of physics is magnetism. And you can't say that you want to attract XYZ and you don't understand the science. See, this is why I talk about understanding the science of yourself as a woman. This is why I talk about understanding the science of yourself as a woman, because you need to understand magnetism. You need to understand the physics of self, the biology of self, and the physics of self is very, very important. Okay. Because again, money is seeking high vibration, alignment, and value. I want you to think about this for a second. A high vibrational woman who is in alignment with the vision that maybe this person has with their life, right? Who basically presents herself as an asset, shows herself as valuable. That woman will always have quality options. That woman will always be sought out for marriage. That woman will always be sought out for relationships because that woman is wealth. And it tells you in the book of Sirach, if you want to go ahead and read the Ethiopian Bible, a wife is wealth, beloved. A wife is wealth. See, when it talks about how if a man find a wife, he find a good thing because he find a favor in the Lord, you got to first know that you're wealth. And see, if you're not wealth, you're not creating generational wealth, and y'all got to stop lying. Y'all just leaving money for your kids, for them to blow. Because a woman who understands she is wealth is a woman who focuses on the following: financial resources to provide for her own life, her own lifestyle, her own goals, her own dreams. Okay. This woman who is also wealth is a woman who understands emotional fulfillment. This woman chooses healthy relationships because she understands that healthy relationships lead to wealth, while toxic relationships are bad for your health. And that's science. That's science. Sweet lady, I have something I'm gonna tell you actually how to be able to do that towards the end. I'm not that far. I'm actually not that far from being done. A woman who understands that she is wealth will always have access and always have opportunity. So this is why, as a woman who is right in my business, like people are like, oh, if they shut down TikTok, how are you gonna feel? You know, and da 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 and blah blah blah. I'm still gonna get what I'm supposed. I'm still gonna get a bag. I'm still gonna get a bag. Like, see, that's the thing. My faith is not in these platforms. My faith is not even in my clients' payments. My faith is in what the Most High told me I was supposed to be doing. So if the Most High told me this, what I'm supposed to be doing is a feminine mastery architect, then why would I be worried about what society's saying about how I'm going to get it? I've been, ever since I left, I ain't worked a 9 to 5 since 2019. I ain't worked full time nowhere since 2019, 2020. So if I haven't missed a bag yet, why would I miss one? And that's the mindset that you have to have. You have to understand that you are walking wealth. But if you're not involved or you're not cultivating healthy relationships, emotional fulfillment, financial resources for your life. But if you're not involved or you're not cultivating healthy relationships, emotional fulfillment, financial resources for your lifestyle and your goals, getting time freedom, focusing on purpose and growth. No, you're not building this generational wealth. And no, you're not walking wealth. And that should scare you. That should scare you. Because if you're not walking wealth, I want you to hear me now. If you're not walking wealth, and the scripture says, so a man thinking in his heart, so is he, which basically breaks down how whatever you think about yourself in your subconscious mind, which is in the depths of your heart, is what you're going to call to you and you're going to attract. So if you're not walking wealth, what are you magnetizing to you? What's the opposite of wealth? If you don't feel like you're walking wealth and you are a being that naturally attracts, that naturally magnetizes, what is it that you're magnetizing into your life experience? We have to start paying attention to the correlation there because it's a heavy one. Come on, somebody, brokenness. And how do we see this manifest? We see this manifest in your pockets because you never seem to have what you need to build the financial resource vault necessary to fund your lifestyle, to fund your goals. This is where women start getting antsy and you start looking for a man to do that for you because you don't trust your own self and your own ability to build that foundation for yourself. Brokenness in the form of emotional fulfillment. This is how women end up doing things that don't align with them. People pleasing, working 9-to-5s that exhaust them to oblivion. All of these things, there's no emotional fulfillment. Not being vulnerable about what you need, lack of emotional fulfillment. Brokenness when it comes down to time freedom. You have no time to do the very things that you want to do. You have no time to execute the things that you need to do. There never seems to be enough time. You feel trapped by time, which is crazy because you can easily use time alchemy to maximize your time. Brokenness in the form of healthy relationships. Need I say more? Really? Do I really need to say anything else with that? Again, toxic relationships, like I said previously, toxic relationships are bad for your health. Healthy relationships build wealth. Period. So brokenness in that. Brokenness when it comes down to purpose and growth. You lack direction. You lack clarity, which is why you asking him, what are we? What you asking yourself, what am I doing? Lack of clarity, lack of direction, no purpose, no growth. If you are not walking wealth, those are the things that you are calling into your space. And the reason why you're calling these things into your space or magnetizing these things or these type of people to you is because you don't understand your own magnetism. You don't know your value. You don't know in which ways that you actually are an asset. And when we don't know these things, we position ourselves to be played with. When you don't know that you're an asset, money's not attracted to you because, again, money is attracted to high vibration, alignment, and value. If you lack those three things or you lack one of those things, money is not going to stick on your team. You can get money to stick on your team to where it's to flow. And as a business owner, you should be, or even if you have a side hustle, because I'm pretty sure you're trying to do that to leave your 9-to-5, right? And if that's what it is that you're trying to do, then you need to be amplifying your vibration, getting in alignment, and being able to articulate the value you provide. Because if you don't, then money's not going to recognize you in a room. And it sure ain't going to be on your team long term. Okay? So the first thing, like I said, aligning your energy with wealth is going to start with you understanding how money flows in a cycle of energetics. Okay? The second thing that you need to understand when it comes down to this is this. As a woman, and I'm going to say this, and I'm not holding y'all hand, but y'all can do what y'all want. If y'all going to 2025, not using cycle syncing as a tool to align with wealth, you are setting yourself up for failure. And I'm tired of telling y'all that. One of my homegirls, and y'all know her, and she used to be one of my clients too, Sasha Rosa, the health coach, she just posted a video. She helps women like heal fibroids. That's solely what she does, right? She posted online how this woman was showing how the doctors and the insurance companies are denying her surgery. And she has fibroids. And I'm talking about she in pain. She got all this stuff that's going on. If y'all don't, let me y'all keep thinking these people care about y'all and y'all gonna be able to go get weight loss surgery and y'all gonna be able to go get these fibroids removed and y'all gonna be able to get all these things happening for you. These people finna start denying y'all. I told y'all last year. Do y'all know hospitals are closing? Go and look up how many hospitals closed this year in the United States. See, y'all are not listening. I told y'all last year, you don't want to be sick going into 2025. Tell them, Kendra. I've been telling people that the coverage is changing. Baby, they're no longer paying for y'all. They made y'all sick and they're not going to pay to get y'all a solution. They're tired of y'all. They tired of y'all. They feel like y'all lazy. They feel like it's y'all fault. Even though they sold y'all this story that made y'all suck up this stuff which made y'all sick. Now they're saying they're not even going to solve your problem. They don't care about you. And y'all keep thinking it's a game. Y'all think it's convenient that people are losing. Y'all not paying attention. Y'all think it's a coincidence that all these celebrities and all these people are doing all these things and the trend is weight loss and all of this and all that. These people not finna pay y'all. They're gonna let you die off. They're not gonna pay for these procedures. Hospitals are closing. They're over it. And y'all are not paying attention. Y'all just keep sitting back, eating bull crap. Keep sitting back, allowing fear-mongering programming to keep you in the same damn spot that you've been in. And you're going to get a rude awakening in 2025. Unless you're paying $1,000 a month, you won't get the coverage. Hello. While y'all out here complaining about what you don't have, you need to figure out what your creative and witty inventions are. So your gifts will make room for you. Because you ain't going to be able to afford a lot of stuff. See, this thing right here, your business and your so-called side hustle should be a vehicle to help you ascend to a new level wealth-wise, which opens your portal and gives you more access to other people with wealth who put you in better positions. But no, you don't want to do that because you too scared to do the actual work, which is why money is not attracted to you because your energy is off. And again, if you're not using cycle syncing as a tool for wealth, you're blowing it. Your menstrual cycle is a powerful energetic framework. See, God's so good though. Y'all just don't listen. Y'all have this fear-based perception of the one that created you that you don't even listen to how intricate you've been created. All you literally have to do to thrive in this life is be in alignment with your feminine design. That's the bare minimum. Like, make it make sense. Each phase of your menstrual cycle, menstrual, follicular, luteal, as well as ovulation, okay? Each phase holds energy that when it's harnessed, it positions you to receive wealth and flow. That hypoaxis that I talked about, your brain and your ovaries and your pituitary gland having a communication session about enhancing your creativity. See, that's how I teach women how to use that to make money. I have taught women that's made them make 5 figures in a month. I've taught women that's positioned them to almost make almost $1 million current, almost in their business. I've done that to support women in going from 5 figures to 6 figures. I've used that to build a 6-figure business from the ground up myself. So you can do what you want. I don't care. Not that I don't care about people, but you can do what you want. I don't care. You can do with this information what you want. Because once I tell you, you're responsible for it. And if you choose to do nothing, guess what? The universal algorithm does nothing but support you and giving you nothing. So you give nothing, you get nothing. That's just going to be your consistent reality. And if I were you, I wouldn't go into 2025 like that. Y'all must ain't been reading what's going on. Y'all must ain't been paying attention. Y'all still talking about the presidential election and not figuring out how you going to make the next 4 years impact or elevate your next 20. Y'all still in y'all feelings. See, being in your feelings is what's going to get you messed up. Okay? I'm going to get to that in a second. Hold tight. When you sync your actions, okay? Baby, please don't put this election thing on my thing because I hate when TikTok does that. But anyway, when you sync your actions, okay, like rest, like creativity, like communication, with your cycle, you naturally align with higher vibrations. So that's the first aspect of money right there. Let me tell you something, baby. If you're emotionally regulated, you may as well not even get your mind like you about to keep money coming in, because you're not. You're not. You're just not. Okay? When you align with your menstrual cycle, that automatically brings your mood to regulation status the highest percentage. And then you can just simply build on top of that. But because you won't even do that, you're not a magnet for wealth. You're not a magnet for money. Because when you naturally align and you become high vibrational, the next thing money is checking for is, okay, is this in alignment? Okay, it's in alignment. Is this value? Because in order for money to be exchanged, there has to be an articulation of value. Yes, my love, I'm going to get to that in just a second. I'm about to break that down for you. I got something special, actually, that nobody has even touched, and I hope you'll be in the room. So in that particular space, you want yourself in a space of high vibration, because after that, then money is checking for alignment, then money is checking for value, and once those three things are indicated, then boom, you good to go. Okay? Money has no problem being on your team. Okay? So again, aligning your energy with wealth is going to require you to understand that money flows in a cycle of energetics, number one. And I explained that money seeks three specific things when it comes down to an actual transfer. This looks like high vibration, this looks like alignment, and this looks like value. Now, let me be very clear on something with this. There are two ways with this that this can be worked. This can be worked in the area of an honorable way, which is the way that you're supposed to do it, or you can use this in a very dark way. I'm just going to be really honest with you, because people use it in a dark way all the time, which is how you see a lot of things come to fruition in the areas of celebrities and different things like that. When there's a transfer of wealth, and I talked about this, there's some form of sacrifice. Anytime there's a wealth transfer, there has to be a specific level of vibration. It has to be alignment. It has to be value. All value ain't good value. All alignment ain't good alignment. All vibrations ain't high. Okay? So when you're seeing a great wealth transfer, and I explain this to people a lot, there's always some form of sacrifice. If you see someone get put in a position and they didn't earn it, and they have reached this status of having a whole bunch of money, or reached this status of acquiring all this so-called wealth, if you don't see the sacrifice on the front end, as in you've seen the person kind of build it up, or you've seen their family build it up, the sacrifice is happening on the back end. And whatever is happening, that money that's been transferred, there's value in whatever's being done over there. It's alignment over there, and it's a vibrational state that's working on over there, if that makes any sense. So you have to pay attention to that. Money always works to that. It's attracted to high vibration, alignment, and value. Okay? And everybody's values ain't the same. Everybody's vibrations ain't the same. Everybody, what they align with is not the same. Okay? So this is why you can see certain people do certain things for money. And other people are like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. And that's cool that you're not doing that, because you have your own vibration, you have your own area of alignment, and you have your own value that money will be attracted to. But you have to be clear on those things and articulate those things and present those things in a way to where money comes to you. That's the way it works. Opportunity comes to you. Okay? So money flows in energetics. Cycle syncing should be used as a tool to align with wealth, because like I said, wealth breaks down into those 5 categories. Wealth is not money. Please stop saying that. Y'all are not building generational wealth unless you are doing the following. You are building financial resources. You are building emotional fulfillment. You are building time freedom. You are building healthy relationships. And you are building from a place of growth and purpose. That is building generational wealth. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Okay? Otherwise, you are not building generational wealth. And I have gone into already talking about how stress, emotional chaos, and overworking creates energetic blocks, because it causes an issue in the brain. It impacts the hypoaxis, which is the hypothalamic pituitary ovarian axis, which is basically the communication system between your brain and your womb. And those things, when you have things going on in the womb, it impacts everything else, including the way you think, including your decision making. And I've already given you guys the stat that basically lets you know that birth control can also impact decision making, emotional regulation, because it interferes specifically with the natural rhythm of that hypoaxis that I just talked about. So you being on that birth control, thinking that you like that man, you don't even really like him. See, you don't even like him. Y'all don't understand birth control impacts your attraction. Birth control impacts your magnetism. Yeah. So you think you like somebody that you actually don't like because you have a foreign hormone in your body mimicking the actual one that's supposed to be there. Okay? So pay attention to these things, because birth control throws your brain out of pocket. It don't just throw your mood off. It throw everything out of pocket. Okay? So now, let's get into all of this of why it matters. Why energy blocks, block your wealth flow. I've talked about how aligning with your energy and your wealth and what that actually looks like. That explains so much false attractions. Yes, God. Yes, God, honey. Lots of false attractions, okay? So here's the cost of staying in that space. Every day that you sit in energy that's misaligned, you're leaving wealth out there. You're leaving money, opportunity, and fulfillment on the table, okay? If you are ready and you're in a space where you feel like, I really want to align my energy, I really want to unlock my natural wealth flow, I really want to do this work, I really understand that what's happening with me is why I'm attracting and why I'm entertaining XYZ. If that's you, then I'm having a masterclass. And this is I have two masterclasses. This one, and I have a masterclass for those who purchased my course in January. I have a class for them. This masterclass is called Magnetism Reset. So if you're wanting to reset your magnetism, this is what you're going to get. Okay, so it's called Magnetism Reset, Master Your Rhythm in 30 days. Okay, I'm going to teach you the following. I'm going to teach you how to use cycle syncing to elevate your emotional regulation, to increase your income, and to improve your health. Why am I qualified to say this or to support you? Oh, and I'm going to do all of this without any form of force or hustling. Y'all ain't going to do no hustling or no force. Okay, what makes me qualified to teach women from this aspect of how to regulate their emotions? I have supported my clients in regulating their emotions on the scale of client base, on the scale of professionalism and professional development, on the scale of just in common conversation. I am a emotional intelligence certified practitioner, as well as one gift that I have is that when something happens, I am immediate solution first. I'm going to cry about it later. It is one of those things that used to be a trauma response that has literally turned into a gift. My gift of being able to be stoic but still be very warm is what gets me in a lot of spaces, because I give this, oh my gosh, she's very kind, but I also give this, she is not to be played with, and I like both of those, because both of those are very true. Both of those are very true. I am very warm, I am very kind, but I am not one of them. Okay, I am not one of them. What if you no longer have a cycle? Save that question for me, because I got you, and save that second question for me with cycle syncing, because I used to have irregular periods for 21 years. So yes, it does. And I no longer have those. I have consistent cycles. Okay. So let's talk about what you're actually going to get. What qualifies me. So the emotional regulation piece, that's what qualifies me. Like I said, I've supported my clients in going a multitude of ways when it comes down to increasing their income. And specifically, and I'm not a weight loss coach by a long shot, but I have lost almost 100 pounds. I have several clients who have lost over 50 pounds since working with me. So when I say improve your health, if you wanting to lose some weight, because you need to be losing weight, and you ain't trying to be on Ozempic, but you trying to get yourself together, because you ain't trying to be in 2025 looking crazy, because you don't need to be unhealthy, just go look up how many hospitals they closed. Just go look it up. and start paying attention and make a decision on whether or not you want to get yourself together. So let me get very clear and tell you what all you're going to be getting in this course, okay? So this course is for, let me tell you who it's for first. This is for successful, driven, ambitious women who have emotions that feel unpredictable, that feel overwhelmed and stuck in cycles of burnout. They're tired of getting inconsistent results in their income and their energy levels. They are tired of the traditional strategies that don't honor their unique energy or their natural rhythm, which leads them to consistent frustration and exhaustion. Okay? What they're going to learn in this masterclass is this: how to elevate their emotional regulation, learning how to use their cycle to anticipate emotional highs and lows so they can stay in control. Okay, keep your power. Number 2, increase income creation. You're going to discover simple techniques to align your income generating activities with the most powerful phases of your cycle. Okay. Number 3, you're going to learn how to improve your health through alignment, understanding the exact steps necessary to transform your mood, your money, and your movement into tools of sustainable success. Okay? So like I said, this is for the high achieving woman who is ready to stop fighting against herself. She wants to master her emotions. She wants to create consistent income and success that's aligned. And she's tired of the surface level advice that really tells her, oh, you just have to do this, or you have to do that. This ain't for you if you're looking for a quick fix. If you're not ready to take the next 30 days and do this work, don't even come over here. I'm just going to tell you the truth, okay? For the next 72 hours, let me let you know what the price point is for this. There are 2 options. The current price point for this class is going to be $55, but it's only going to be for 48 hours. 72 hours, I'm sorry. Okay? There are 2 options. You got the $55 option where you get the 90-minute masterclass and you get a step-by-step guide that supports you in personalizing your own rhythm planning so that you can support yourself. Okay? Or you can get the VIP upgrade option, which is $150. These people get a copy of the masterclass. These people get 1 month access to my private community. They get to come into the Sacred Feminine League. The Sacred Feminine League is a community of women where these women become spiritually sovereign, mentally solid, and emotionally regulated. So the women who purchase the VIP option will not only get a copy of the replay, but they will get access to my private community for the month of December, where they will get access to all of the previous videos where we discuss things like bold leadership, money making, and different things like that to really help support you in becoming sovereign as a feminine woman and learning how to use and operate your power. This past week, I dropped the video in my Sacred Feminine League where I was teaching them this is how you use your feminine essence in rooms where you feel uncomfortable. This is how you use the art of presence without even having to say a word. This is how to allow your feminine energy to speak for you. And I gave them step by step by step by step. And if you ever worked with me, then you know when I give you a step-by-step process, it's going to be that girl and it's going to give you what it is that you need, okay? So you have 2 options. The $55 option is only going to be $55 for 72 hours. Once 72 hours is up, the price is going to be $97. Once the price goes to $97, okay, the VIP upgrade option is still available. You get $150, you get the class, you get a replay, and you get access to the community for the last month in December. And if you want to usher and go into January ready, not starting your new year, if you want to start your new year December 1st and really do that work, then I definitely think that you should be in this class. This class is going to be on 12/11 at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's going to be absolutely amazing. The class is called, you'll see it at the top, it's called Magnetism. Why is this thing doing the most with the least? I'm sorry. It's called Magnetism Reset. That's the name of the masterclass, and you have the 2 options that's sitting at the top that will support you if you want the $55 option or if you want the VIP one. You can click the link to be able to get access to both of those. Like I said, it's $55 for regular, and for the VIP option where you actually get to come into my community for a month, which that community value really is about $197 a month. So you're getting an amazing deal. You're getting for about $150, probably about maybe about $300 worth of things. Okay, so well, I would say more than that with the value that you're going to get that month, because in that month of December, what you'll get is you actually get 4 group sessions. So you'll be in a group session with the other women in my community, and you'll get one a week. Okay, so we meet every single Monday, and then I drop a video for them every Friday with the strategy. So Monday is the mindset, we're shifting the minds. Friday, this is what you need to do to put it in place. So if that is what you're desiring and you're wanting community and you want to usher into the new year proper, and you don't want to be sitting around, trying to scramble and figure it out January 1, how you're going to get your life together, then you definitely need to be in this masterclass, the Magnetism Reset. Like I said, it's going to be fire. I'm really excited about it. Click the link in the bio to get access to it. What questions do you guys have for me? Thank you, my love. What questions do you guys have for me? Like I said, what this masterclass is going to do is going to support you in the next 30 days by you getting in alignment with your natural rhythm. Okay, so it's really going to support you in that. So if you want to master your rhythm in 30 days, come on in. Okay, come on in. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All praise to the Most High. Shalom says I got my cycle just like the Nancy. Just after 15 days and 2. You know what? Time is speeding up, but that's a whole nother conversation. Yes, if you want the regular option, it's $55. If you want access to my private community for the month of December that gives you further support with that, then you want to get the $150 option. All of them come with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. Before y'all get on there, for the ones who finna get the link in the bio, for the ones who finna hop in there, let me tell y'all something, because I just seen this the other day. I got a notification from Stripe, from someone who ended up buying like a $27 product from me, maybe sometime in May, and then they turn around and try to charge it and say, or try to charge it back and say that they didn't get the product. Y'all don't do that. I don't even, and it's not even about the money for me. Because let me just tell you, I don't care. The Most High gonna always pay me. But let me tell you something for yourself. Don't throw off the energetics for you to be able to receive. Don't throw off the energetics for you to be able to receive because you do something. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If you sow deception, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna reap deception. You're not hurting my feelings at all. Okay? Not by a long shot. I don't want you to do that to yourself. I believe that everyone should do what's necessary to keep their channel clear to be able to receive the digital downloads as well as everything else that they are supposed to receive from the one that created them. Okay? I am currently, if you purchase the one for $150, automatically you're going to get entered into the community. Okay, so if you purchase the VIP option for $150, then you get access to the community for the month of December. And what will happen is, as soon as you pay that $150, immediately my assistant's going to go in and put you in the system. Then you actually will be able to start today in the community. The master class is on the 11th, but you will enter the community the day that you pay the $150. So if you pay the $150 today, then you're going to get put in the Sacred Feminine League. I'm going to do a welcome to bring you in and all of that great stuff. And you'll be able to meet the other women in the community. You'll be able to be on our calls, and you'll be able to benefit from the strategies that are going to support you in going into 2025 the way that you need to. So the best option, of course, is going to be the $150 because you get a lot. And most importantly, you get me. So if you have me, one of the beautiful things about the Sacred Feminine League is that my clients being in that room, they love being able to ask me whatever. So if you have full access to me to ask me whatever, and I give you on the spot strategy. If you tell me this is going on, this is happening. In the Sacred Feminine League, let me just tell you a couple of things that have happened in that community. My client that talked about how she has not had a drink in a year. My client lost 42 pounds since us working together. My client just secured funding for her business for one of her rental properties. So she now has the funding. And all of these things happened when she got herself into alignment. I have another client who was struggling after her mother passed away. She had really bad hormonal acne. We worked together for about 6 weeks. Within the first 6 weeks, her acne and everything was gone. Within the first 8 weeks, she was able to move to a whole new city, and she started attracting men who were actually the type of men that she was interested in. And before we got into that space of attracting, she had to release some things in order to amplify her magnetism. So now she's not only magnetizing the right type of men into her space, but she's also magnetizing the right type of community in her space, because she is looking to transition from her 9 to 5 to business. Okay. Some other women who have benefited from the techniques and the things that I teach in that community. I have another client. We worked together specifically last year. And when we worked together last year in another capacity, teaching the same type of principles, she's been able to acquire 5-figure bonuses every year since we've been able to work together. She has traveled. She went from traveling to one place to traveling all over the country. Like, she's somewhere now. I just was inboxing her. I think she's like in DC now. So she has unlocked her leadership presence to the point to where, executives and everyone in her industry started noticing her. She had a failed engagement before me and her started working together, and now she's attracting men of a higher caliber. All of I support women in literally becoming wealth attracting forces. It's about whether or not you want to be one. That's really it. Because, and if you want that for yourself, if you're not walking wealth, then the things you're magnetizing to yourself probably are very damaging and draining your spirit, draining you emotionally, and it's extremely destructive. So if you're in a space where you're like, I'm tired of magnetizing narcissistic people into my life, it's a reason why that happens, y'all. And I'm gonna talk about that in that class. I'm gonna talk about narcissism a little bit, manipulation a little bit as well in there, so you can get a better understanding of that and how that operates in the form of magnetism, because you need to know. You need to know what role you play in every single person coming into your life experience. Okay? So I'm going to teach you the science of these things. So I'm super excited about this class. I get to put my nerd hat on because, like I said, I like science. So physics is my thing. And when you understand physics, you really begin to understand how to do life. When you understand magnetism, when you understand creation, thank you, my love, when you understand time, you know how to use these things for your benefit instead of wasting these things, right? You know how to use these things to amplify your life experience. So if you want to amplify your life experience before January, because I don't know about y'all, but I be starting my birthday is December 8th anyway. So I start my new year around there anyway. Like, I have 2 New Years, technically, okay? I have the biblical New Year that I actually follow. That's number 1, because I live on the lunar calendar. I know everybody do what they want to do, but I like to be near the truth, okay? So that is primary. And then I also have personally for myself every single year that I am given the privilege to be here. You know what I'm saying? I take that as an opportunity of like, okay, what am I going to do here? So December and November are magical months for me and for a lot of people connected to me as far as manifesting things. So if you want to manifest a new reality and you don't want to wait until January 1st, because you don't even know if you're going to be here. You don't even know what's coming January 1st. Okay. Then you want to be in this class. Magnetism Reset. Okay. Magnetize or master your rhythm. All right. In just 30 days. You need to know how you attract. You need to know what you magnetize. You need to know these things. Okay. Thank you so much for these likes. You got to know. Okay. Funny, because naturally that's how I've always wanted to operate. Never listen. They don't understand. They don't understand. Yes, period, sis. What questions do you guys have for me before I get ready to go? Congratulations to those who have gotten their tickets. Like I said, you have the option of getting the ticket for $55, or you can upgrade your ticket. And if you upgrade your ticket, of course, you get access to the Sacred Feminine League for the month of December. So excited. This is going to be so good, because this is the last paid masterclass that I'm going to have. The next masterclass is going to be for those, like I said, who registered and took the class in January and February that I had. I told them that I was going to have a class that follows up for them in December. So get ready for those emails if that's you, because that's about to be amazing. So yeah, what questions? What questions? What questions do you guys have, if any? Yes. If you get the upgrade, then you're going to be put into the Sacred Feminine League, which is my private community. My private community of women that can ask me questions. Because here's the thing, a lot of people. How can I say this? I want to say this. I don't care how I say it, but I just want to make sure it's correct. A lot of people will sit on platforms like this, right, or sit or watch my YouTube videos and just soak up knowledge. That's cool if that's what you want to do, but having this knowledge does nothing for you if you're not willing to implement like any of these things. That's how you actually activate wisdom. So knowledge does nothing but give you talking points in an argument and make you feel better than somebody else because you think you know something more than they do. But I don't necessarily need that. I don't need claps. I don't need anything. I don't need approval. What I need you to do is do your work. And people will sit on platforms and like be like, I've been watching you for a year and you changed my life. Your life hasn't changed if you've been watching me for a year and you haven't taken one opportunity to invest in a course or anything. Because one thing about my content and the work that I do, my free content will get you paid. So if my free content will get you paid at least 3 to 4 figures and you haven't turned back around and made investments to amplify that, your life hasn't changed because you're still at the state of just getting money, which is why I don't really deal with women who just want to get money because there's no value, or just get a relationship, or just get this, or just get that. It doesn't make any sense. You're in violation of the law of sowing and reaping. So I can't give you anything additional or than that. And this is why when a lot of women will come and be like, you know, the price point to work with me at a high level is 5 figures, and they trying to understand why. There's a paywall to be able to come and access, because women have a, just like men, as much as y'all want to say men do this, but women will sit there and siphon and take your energy and try to steal your personality and try to use these talking points and use this knowledge to make themselves feel ascended when they really haven't done anything. So my challenge to anyone who is watching me, to get active, because there's going to be an opportunity. It's going to be a time where you're not going to really see me. I'm not going to be as active. I'm actually working on a book. I'm actually releasing a book, and it's my last kind of ode to the women who choose to remain in the struggle. And it's basically a book on how to retire your cape. Because I hear it's about 92% of y'all that's saying, oh, I'm gonna sit down, I'm not doing nothing, I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing anything for the next 4 years, I'm just gonna be focused on myself. Well, I'm creating something so you can really focus on yourself. So I'll see it if I can believe it. If I see it, then I'll believe you. Like, the name of the book that I'm releasing, and hopefully I'm trying to have it out by Black Friday. If not, it's going to be by Cyber Monday. It's called Retiring the Cape. The Radiant Path to Flourishing. Releasing the Strong Woman Myth. Trade burnout for alignment and build a life of lasting fulfillment. That is the book that I'm going to release. The price point of probably what that book going to be looking like. I'm trying to rock Amazon for $50 a book. Why is it $50 a book? Because that book going to save you years in therapy if you know what to do with it. And it's going to stop you from asking me repeated questions about how you can shift your life. So either you're going to get that and do the work to start if you're in a space where you can't start, or you just going to continue to just be sitting back. But I implore you, if you know you need to magnetize different in 2025, you need to be in this class on the 11th. Because I'm going to be having different conversations come January. Kendra, like what I tell, Kendra is one of my former clients, which is the plant-based strategist, and y'all go follow her, especially if you have lifestyle illnesses such as diabetes and different things like that. She gonna help you get it right. Okay. Going into 2025, y'all, I implore you, thank you, my love, for these gifts. If you are supposed to be doing certain things, make sure you do what you need to do. Is it going to be audible as well? I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best to make it audible. Okay? Even if I have to record it myself and sell it on my own platforms, which I don't mind doing. But I definitely want women to come into a space of retiring that cape, baby. Because you ain't going to be able to find me, okay? I'm be gone. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. I'm being called to come into the retreat space, to come into the exclusive space, to come more so offline. So if you wanting to work with me, you might want to get in a room right now. And I can tell you going into 2025, it's going to look real different. Okay? Thank you. I'll praise to the Most High. Any questions? Any questions about magnetizing wealth? Any questions about your feminine design? Any questions about cultivating and creating wealth? Any questions around your cycle and any of those things? I will answer those questions, and if I feel like I have a product or service that will tackle that, I will make a recommendation for that. So don't get offended, because I just don't like repeating myself, especially when I have created something that can give you the soul solution. So I will recommend you going there versus me trying to completely break it down here. But drop your questions for me. I think one question I did see was a young lady here, and she was talking about the cycle aspect of things, and she was saying if you have a regular cycle. I had an irregular cycle for 21 years. My cycle came when I was 11 years old, and when it came, it was irregular. What does that mean, and what does that look like? That means that I was already imbalanced at 11 years old. What parents I don't think realize is that we all are vibrational beings, right? Thank you, my love. Have an amazing life. We all are vibrational beings, but children specifically are the most sensitive, okay, when it comes down to your vibrational state. And a lot of times, or babies, and they can't really articulate what it is that they're feeling, right? But they feel your stress. So if you're coming home and you're overloading and you're doing this, your children feel your stress, okay? That's the first thing you need to understand and be very clear on. The second thing is that they pick up on that stress, and the way stress interacts with the body, depending on what type of stress it is, it impacts the liver, it impacts the kidneys, it impacts the heart, it impacts the spleen, right? And because I was 11 and I had an irregular cycle, it was the things that I was eating. It was also the stress that was happening within my home, because my first 10 years were a little, okay? They lacked a bit of stability. So those things threw me off at 11. So it was until I was 33 when I had my spiritual awakening, and I had a very powerful conversation and interaction with the Most High. And it was in that interaction I learned how to care for myself. I learned what I needed to do to reverse the polycystic ovarian syndrome that they were saying basically that I had. And so I did those things, lost almost 100 pounds, didn't take any of their medications or any of the things that they said that I had to do. At first I tried them, but no, and I got off that. And I reversed the symptoms. And now my cycle has been coming consistently for the last almost 8 years. Okay? So from 11 to 33, I was a regular cycle because I was stressed, I was overworked. It was a lot of things that were going on that literally was impacting my cycle. In 6 months of pure focus and pure obedience and true alignment is what got my cycle back into space. That's what balanced my kidneys. That's what balanced my liver. That's what balanced my spleen. And that is what balanced my heart. And I just read y'all a testimonial, was that the other day, about how my client who lost 42 pounds, she also had a fatty liver. But guess what? Her liver and her A1C are now optimal function. They're at chef's kiss, exactly where they're supposed to be. And she used to have an alcohol problem, and she had a lot of bad health issues that came from the alcohol problem. Since we've been working together, she don't drink no more. She done lost that weight, and that liver is functioning properly. So when I tell you I'm not new to this, I'm true to it. I'm very true to it. So the things that happen when you cycle sync, the things that happen when you get in alignment with your body and your natural rhythm, you begin to heal. And when you begin to heal, the weight just comes off. I had lost the majority of that weight before I had even started working out. So it's not a coincidence that women are coming to me regulating their emotions, making more money, and getting healthier. This is the work that we do over here. So if you want to make more money consistently, if you want to get healthier, if you want to become a master of your emotions, then you're going to be in the right place. And if you want to learn how to use cycle syncing, thank you, my love, for these gifts, these comments, and these likes, to make more money, to improve your mood, to elevate your movement, then you need to be in a masterclass on the 11th called Magnetism Reset, where we're going to help you master your natural rhythm in 30 days. That's the goal. And if you want the VIP upgrade experience, then of course you get the one for $150 where you get the replay, you get community, and you get access to me, which is I'm a little hard to get once I'm offline, baby. So if you're not in my community, you ain't gonna find me or see me no matter how much I travel and move around. Okay, so yeah, I don't see any additional questions. Make sure you click the link in the bio to get access to these things, y'all. I'm creating also a backup TikTok account. I want to say it's L Film Architect. I don't know. I'm gonna have to find it. Okay, this is crazy work. Because I'm tired of people making fake pages and inboxing y'all. So I'm creating another one. I'll send it to you guys so you guys can go and follow that and make sure you're not following nobody else because they are liars and scammers. And whatever questions you guys may have, make sure that you shoot me an email. Will you help a woman get out of survival mode? No, I don't help women get out of survival mode, but I have products that will help you get out of survival mode. Getting out of survival mode is one of those things that's very base level, and it's one of the first things that kind of needs to happen. But I have products and services that will support you in that. Being in that masterclass is going to be one of the first steps to really help you get out of survival mode, because it helps you get back in your body. Okay, survival mode means you have to come out of yourself to get things done. Being in alignment means you're within self, you're within body, and you know how to magnetize things to you. Okay, so this is about you understanding physics, basically. So I hope that makes sense. Okay, perfect. All right, y'all. I hope y'all have an amazing day. I've got to get off here. I will talk to y'all soon. Happy Tuesday. Click the link in the bio to subscribe to my YouTube channel and to check out any products or services that I have that can be of service to you. If you are wanting to master your emotions, if you are wanting to master your cycle, if you are wanting to create wealth, there's something to be able to support you in all of those. Okay. All right. Thank y'all so much. I hope that y'all have an amazing day. Peace.